Something insane is happening right now. There's a brand new AI niche that's getting millions of views overnight. I'm talking about 39 million views. 31 million views in under a week, and accounts growing at light speed on all platforms. So today, I'm exposing exactly how this works, showing you step by step how to easily create your own viral videos where AI is doing 90% of the work. And I promise, you're about to learn secrets no one's ever told you before. So here's what's happening. There's a brand new AI video niche exploding everywhere right now. And the concept is super simple. Point of view. You wake up in a specific moment in history. So they're hyper-realistic cinematic AI-generated scenes that start with a first-person view waking up. And then scene by scene, it takes you through a day in that life. As a coal miner in 1905, as a Titanic worker, and so on. Like, this Instagram account posted its first video just 1 week ago, and look at this, almost 400,000 followers. That's insane growth, and every time I refreshed the page, the account gained thousands of new followers, literally every minute. Clearly, something big is happening here. So, what's going on? Why are these videos getting millions of views so fast? Well, it all comes down to 3 things: immersion, curiosity, and storytelling. First, immersion. These videos feel like a time machine. They drop you straight into another world. So they don't just show history, they make you feel it. The point of view perspective, the details, the realism, it tricks your brain into experiencing something completely new. And that's what keeps people watching. Second, curiosity. The moment you read the title, your brain wants to know more. What did life actually look like in that time? What happens next? So you are immediately hooked to keep watching and learn more. And third, storytelling. These videos aren't just AI-generated clips. They have a progression, a simple but effective storyline that keeps viewers engaged. You wake up, you see your surroundings, and you experience a moment of that life. So that's why people watch till the end. And when a video holds attention like that, the algorithm pushes it to millions. Now, here's the crazy part. Before AI, making these took hours of work and hundreds of dollars. But now, you can create them in minutes. And that's exactly what we're about to do. But first, we need to find viral video ideas. And instead of just guessing, I'm going to show you 3 powerful ways to do it, so you can consistently come up with ideas that have the highest chance of blowing up. And for each one, I'll give you the best AI prompt to automate the process in seconds. Starting with number 1, the recycle technique, which is about copying what's already going viral and putting your own twist on it. For example, if a video like "You wake up as a coal miner in 1905" is going viral, we could take that and create something like "You wake up as a factory worker in 1910" or "You wake up as a steel worker in 1890. So it's the same immersive experience and the same psychological triggers, but with a fresh take that feels new. So, the technique works by finding a successful POV video, analyzing why it worked, and then creating a similar concept with a fresh angle or a new time period. But not everyone has the same creative level. So here is the ChatGPT prompt you can use to automate the entire process. Analyze this viral historical POV video. Based on that format, create 10 fresh but similar video ideas that use the same storytelling structure but explore different time periods, historical figures, or professions. So, let's put this prompt into action and see how it works in real time. Let's take one of the best performing videos in this niche. "You wake up as a coal miner." So, I'll take the prompt, drop the video title right here in ChatGPT, hit enter, and boom. Look at these results. There are actually some great ideas here, like "You wake up as a builder of the Great Pyramid," or "You are a samurai in feudal Japan." So this is by far my favorite technique. It will give you endless great ideas in just a few clicks. Now let's move into technique number 2, which I like to call the emotional trigger method. This method is super powerful as it's all about identifying historical events that trigger strong emotions, whether it's fear, awe, sadness, or excitement. Because the stronger the emotion, the higher the engagement. Think about some of the most iconic moments in history. Things that, if you experienced them firsthand, would be unforgettable, like moments of disaster and survival. You are a soldier in the trenches on the first day of World War I, or moments of historical change, like you wake up as one of the first astronauts on the moon. So by using this method, we're not just picking any time period, we're choosing ones that immediately make people feel something the moment they read the title. And to automate this using AI is super simple. We just give ChatGPT this prompt: create a table with 10 viral YouTube short ideas for an AI-generated POV video, categorized by different emotional triggers. Each row should include the emotional trigger, the POV video title, a short description of the scene to make it immersive and visually striking. Avoid overused topics and focus on moments that would trigger strong audience reactions. And again, in seconds, we have this organized list of great video ideas ready to be produced. And this will save you hours of work and make you come up with viral ideas super easy. Now, the final technique is called the time traveler. Instead of using existing viral ideas, we let AI generate completely new ideas from scratch. It's actually very simple. You just give ChatGPT this clear and detailed prompt. It will come up with engaging POV ideas in a few seconds. So, those are my 3 favorite ways to come up with viral ideas. They all work insanely well. Just go with the one that fits your style best, or mix them up and see what gets the best results. But here is the thing. Just because AI gives you an idea doesn't mean it's automatically viral. That's why you need to have a clear filter in your head before you start creating. And there are 3 key ingredients to keep in mind when deciding whether an idea has real viral potential. Number 1, curiosity. You must make people wonder what happens next. The best viral videos make people instantly curious the moment they read the title. So if someone sees your video and immediately asks a question in their head, you've won. For example, POV. You wake up in heaven. Instantly, your brain starts wondering, what does that even look like? What happens? This is why cliffhangers work in movies. It's human psychology. The more unanswered questions your idea sparks, the more people will be hooked. 2, it has to show something people don't see every day. If an idea is too common, it won't feel special. Viral videos work because they show people something they've never experienced before, or something they've always been curious about but never actually seen. For example, the Titanic video went viral because it taps into mystery and tragedy. People are obsessed with the idea of being on the ship before it sank. So, when choosing your idea, ask yourself, would this make someone stop scrolling because it's something they've never seen before? 3, it needs to feel immersive, like you're really there. The strongest viral ideas don't just tell a story, they pull you into it. The viewer should feel like they're actually there, living that moment. That's why AI-generated videos in this niche work so well. They create ultra-realistic scenes that make people feel like they're actually experiencing history. So, if your idea hits all 3 points, curiosity, rarity, and immersion, it's got serious viral potential. But here's the thing, an idea alone doesn't make a great video. So before we start creating the actual video, we need to understand the right structure. Because after analyzing hundreds of these viral videos, I found a pattern that works every single time. And once you understand this formula, you can take any idea, apply this structure, and create a highly engaging viral video every single time. Step 1, the wake-up scene. The first few seconds are everything. This is where you pull the viewer in and make them feel like they've actually woken up in that time period. It needs to be ultra-realistic, visually immersive, and historically accurate. For example, in a video like POV, you wake up as a KFC employee, The scene should include recognizable details that fit the setting, such as the branded fast food packaging, leftover fries, and all the things related to that theme. So these elements make it instantly clear where the viewer's waking up, setting the stage for the rest of the video. Step 2. The daily life breakdown, routine, and world building. Now, after the initial immersion, the video moves into the daily life section. This is where we slowly build the world and let the viewer experience what life is actually like in this setting. Like in the same KFC worker video, we can see the character leaving for work early in the morning, arriving at the restaurant, starting the shift, serving customers, and the final walk to the car when the shift ends. These little moments are what make the viewer feel like they're actually living this life, not just watching a montage of clips. Now, these moments will vary depending on the video concept, but the structure is the same. Step 3. The key event, the moment of action or conflict. Now, this is not always necessary, but most viral videos will introduce some kind of turning point, a moment of tension, danger, or excitement. For example, in the Titanic video, the moment that shifts everything is when the ship hits the iceberg and the water rushes inside and people panic and everything turns into a nightmare. And this kind of drama is what makes people watch till the end. Step 4. The final twist or emotional payoff. Now, the way a video ends depends entirely on the story it's telling. Some videos fade out with a peaceful resolution, while others leave the viewer shocked or unsettled. So you might end your day having fun and watching a movie, reading before bed, and then going to sleep. A simple, relatable ending that gives a sense of closure. Or it could be something unexpected, like a black market trade, drinking alone at home, or a sudden event that changes everything. So the key is that the final moment leaves an emotional impact, making the viewer remember the experience long after the video ends. So now that you understand the viral structure, it's time to jump into action and create a POV video from scratch, step by step, together. So here's the exact plan we'll follow. And for each step, I'll break down everything in detail, making sure you know exactly what to do. Step 1. Planning the video and structuring the scenes. Before generating anything, we need a clear idea of the scenes and visuals that will be included. And I'll show you how to use ChatGPT to generate a full scene breakdown so you don't have to plan manually. Step 2. Generating the visuals for each scene. Once we have the scene structure, we'll need high-quality images to bring it to life. So I'll share with you the best AI prompts for pretty much every scenario, different angles, and cinematic shots, tested and refined after hours of experimentation. Step 3. Turning images into animation. We'll bring our AI-generated images to life, transforming them from still shots into high-quality and smooth animations. Step 4. Editing everything together. Once the animations are ready, we'll edit everything, adding sound effects, cinematic transitions, and final touches to make the video look as professional and engaging as possible. So by the end of this process, you'll have a fully produced AI POV video, and you'll know exactly how to repeat the process effortlessly. Alright, so I'm going to use the coal miner video as an example and walk you through the entire creation process. Here's the structure I have in mind. 1. Wake-up scene. The first-person view of legs on bed. 2. Eat breakfast before work to establish a daily routine. 3. Walking to work with a group of miners heading to the mine. 4. Starting shift, first-person view of work beginning. 5. Break, like a coffee break for example. 6. Afternoon shift for a more intense work scene. 7. Walking back home, transitioning to the evening. And finally, the activity before bed, like drinking coffee or reading. So this structure follows the viral format that keeps viewers engaged, starting with immersion, moving through daily events, and ending with a final moment that leaves an emotional impact. But obviously, not every video will have the same structure. So let me show you how to automate the scene breakdown for any video idea using ChatGPT. All you have to do is copy the video structure prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. Then simply insert your character, which means your POV idea, and specify the time period or setting. Once that's done, hit enter. ChatGPT will generate a detailed scene breakdown with ideas you can include in your video. You don't have to follow them exactly. Use them as inspiration and tweak them to fit your vision when generating your content. So now that we've gone through every step of creating a viral AI POV video, it's time for one of the most important sections: how to craft the perfect prompts for ultra-realistic, high-quality results. And here's the best part. These tips apply to any AI image generator you're using, whether it's Midjourney, ChatGPT, or any other tool. So let's dive into the keywords and tricks I personally use to get great results every time. 1. The first-person perspective. One of the most important aspects of POV videos is making sure the perspective feels real, as if the viewer is inside the character's body. To achieve this, always use first-person framing in your prompts, like first-person perspective, first-person view, POV shot, shot from the eyes of the character. Now for the wake-up scene, you can use something like legs stretched out on a bed, first-person view of legs and feet of your character lying on the bed. The camera focuses on character's legs lying on the bed. And for interactive moments, you can use something like hands visible in frame, first-person view of hands gripping an object. These will give you very good results based on what I found. 2. Get realistic visuals. If you want your AI-generated scenes to feel almost like real life, you need to push for hyper-realism in your prompts. And to achieve that, the best keywords are hyper-realistic, photorealistic, ultra-detailed, hyper-detailed textures, 8K resolution. 3. Using era-accurate details. For historical settings, adding time-accurate details makes the images feel authentic instead of generic. Like for era-specific lighting, for example, you can use candlelight, gas lamps, torch glow. For material details, you can use wool coats, iron tools, wooden houses, leather boots. For time period textures, you can add grimy streets, soot-covered walls, rusted metal. 4. Lighting. Lighting completely changes the feel of an image, and without it, your AI images will often look flat. So here are some lighting keywords for different moods. Golden hour glow for warm and cinematic sunlight. Moody overcast for dramatic and diffused light. Harsh industrial lighting for strong shadows, factory feel. Lantern glow for warm, flickering light for historical settings. Film noir shadows for high contrast lighting, great for mystery or tension. 5. Adding depth and realism through motion blur and focus effects. If you want your AI-generated visuals to feel like real camera footage, you can simulate camera effects in your prompts. So the best camera effect keywords are motion blur for action scenes like driving, running, or swinging tools. Shallow depth of field for sharp focus on subject and blurred background. We also have film grain, which adds texture and removes the AI-generated too clean look. 6. Environmental details. POV videos go viral because they make viewers feel immersed in a moment. And the best way to do that is by adding small environmental details that make the world feel alive, like foggy streets, factory smoke, steam rising, rust, dirt, scratches, wear and tear details, and so on. So by applying these prompting techniques, you can generate incredibly realistic, cinematic quality visuals. And of course, you can always get creative and try out different stuff. So here on the screen, you can see all the images I've generated using Midjourney for this video, along with the exact prompts I used for each one. And now that we have the images ready, it's time to turn them into professional animations. There are many image-to-video AI tools available, like Runway, Kling AI, and others. Now, I usually use Runway for various projects, but after testing, I found that Kling AI delivers better results for these types of videos. So for this tutorial, I'll be using Kling AI. So the process is super simple. After signing up for Kling AI, the first thing you need to do is click right here and upload the image you want to animate. Below that, you'll see an optional prompt box where you can describe your video. But in most cases, it's not necessary. You can still get great results by simply uploading your image. And here, you can see a comparison of the same animation, one I created with a prompt and one without. Now, let's move on to the settings. First, we have this slider, which lets you balance between keeping the animation accurate to your original image or allowing the AI to be more creative with movement. I'd suggest keeping it slightly towards relevance for more natural-looking animations. Then, you can choose between standard mode and professional mode. Now, I usually go with the professional one, but again, here's a side-by-side comparison of the same animation in both modes. Next, we have the duration setting, where you can choose between a 5 or 10-second clip, and below that, the generating count that lets you decide how many clips you want to generate at once. Finally, we have the negative prompt section, which can be useful for telling the AI what you don't want in the video, like distortions, noise, or unwanted effects. However, this is completely optional, and you can still get great results without using it. Once you're ready, just hit the Generate button and wait a few seconds for your animation to be processed. And sometimes, you'll get great results on the first try, and other times, you might need to experiment and refine the settings. And once you're happy with the animation, you can easily download your video by clicking here. So at this point, simply repeat this process for all your images. And once everything is animated, you're ready for the final step, putting it all together to create a viral video. For this, we'll be using CapCut because it's free, easy to use, and perfect for editing short-form content. So first, open CapCut and create a new project. And since we're making short video, make sure to set the aspect ratio to 9:16, which is the standard vertical format for short videos. Next, we'll import all the animated clips we generated and place them in the right order, just like the story we planned earlier. So basically, make sure everything flows logically and naturally. And one more important thing is that we don't want the clips to feel too fast or too slow. So if a clip feels too long, you can speed it up by selecting it, tapping speed, and adjusting it slightly, just so everything feels as natural as possible. Now, if you've watched a lot of these viral POV videos, you'll notice that many of them start with an eye-blinking effect for the waking up scene. It makes the transition smoother and more immersive. First, select the wake-up clip and find the point where you want the blink to happen. Then, click Split to cut the clip at that moment. Now, go to Transitions, search for Blink, and drag it into the split we just made. And boom! Now we have a realistic eye-blinking effect at the start of the video. Now, to make the video even more immersive, we'll add on-screen text to show the different times of the day. For the wake-up scene, the text should be the video title. This instantly grabs attention and sets the context for the viewer. Then, as the video progresses, smoothly transition into the time-stamped labels for each part of the day. For example, 6:30 a.m. breakfast, then 7 a.m. heading to work, and so on, ensuring that each scene has a clear and engaging flow. This keeps the video structured and makes it easy for viewers to follow along without confusion. Now, the video is pretty much done at this point, but without good sound design, the video will feel empty and lifeless. So we need to make sure we add realistic sound effects for each scene. And a great place to find free sound effects is Pixabay. Like for the first clip, for example, I want a yawning sound, so I'll type yawning here. And as you can see, we get multiple sound options that we can download and use for our clip. But sometimes, you won't find the exact sound effect you need. So here's a cool trick. Head to ChatGPT, upload the image, and ask for sound effect suggestions for that scene. And as you can see, ChatGPT will suggest the exact types of sound effects needed. After that, go to 11 Labs and open the Sound Effects tool, which is basically a text-to-sound effect generator. All you need to do is describe the sound you want, and the AI will generate 4 different variations that you can use. Once everything is in place, All you have to do is export the video in high quality and it's ready to go.